guys, here with a new video for the channel. I hope you like it, and if you like it, don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, get comfortable. Let's begin. Daishenkin's power had been so great, he was able to even make everything around him shake, causing Whis and Beerus to fall to the ground due to the great pressure the High Priest was releasing.
Holy Ozaru, I swear I'll end your miserable life and that of your carrier.
When Daishenkin realized how all the planets of the 12 universes were being destroyed, he would calm down, being able to put all his power back to rest, so he would help Whis and Beerus recover.
Hey Whis, what happened to Son Goku? Do you know where he went?
No, Father, I don't know where Son Goku went, but he shouldn't be very far away, because by using all that power, his body was in terrible condition.
No, Whis, we should not underestimate Son Goku, as he's able to finish us. He possesses the power of the Sacred Ozaru.
But Father, what do you mean by the power of the Sacred Ozaru?
This is not the time for explanations about the power of the Sacred Ozaru. Just know that it is a potential threat to all universes.
Daishenkin would quickly leave to the Palace of the Kingdom of Everything to report everything that happened to the great Zeno-sama. Meanwhile, in a place very far from everything existing, Goku would begin to stand up, but something inside him had changed. How long has it been? I feel like I've been sleeping for a long time. But from his aura, a gigantic Ozaru would materialize in front of Goku, so Goku was very surprised, because the power that he could feel from that giant Ozaru. What are you? Was it you saved my life?
Apparently you don't remember anything that happened, but I'll help you remember.
The Ozaru of an incredible roar was able to make Goku remember the fight they had against Daishenkin, and how he was able to release the power of the Sacred Ozaru. So you're the Sacred Ozaru, but how did I become your bearer? I still don't understand that.
Hundreds of years ago, we faced this multiverse for a mission that was entrusted to us, but it was all a trap for the Divine Kingdom.
Flashback. Warriors of incredible powers were destroying everything around them, even being able to endanger the very existence. So the most powerful being of all existing, called the Sacred Ozaru, would come to end this great threat.
But I'm not able to see any warrior. What is this all about?
But with a great attack of energy, they were able to hurt the Ozaru a little, which was off guard, so the whole divine world, led by Daishenkin and Zeno-sama, had launched themselves against him, starting with a great battle. However, despite overcoming him by dozens of warriors, it was impossible for them to contain the supreme Sacred Ozaru. So, with an incredible roar, he was able to burst the eardrums of all his opponents. The only ones left standing were Zeno-sama and Daishenkin. However, his power to deal with the Sacred Ozaru was very limited. I didn't think you'd have to access my combat form to take down a simple ape like you are. The power of Zeno-sama was increasing in an incredible way, so much so that on this occasion it seemed to be on par with the Sacred Ozaru. However, throughout the universes, catastrophes began to occur, and this was not due to Zeno-sama's power release. On the contrary, the power of the Sacred Ozaru had been released.
King of all, Zeno-sama, I never wanted an enemy with you, but you really have left me no alternative.
The Sacred Ozaru would throw an incredible attack against Zeno-sama, while he would say to himself,
I have to do absolutely nothing for now, as I'm sure that I'll be sealed and that in that case I'll be able to return so millions of years will pass.
Zeno-sama, with his great ability to eliminate everything, was able to pulverize the attack of the Sacred Ozaru. But when trying to eliminate it with his ability, it was impossible for him. Death would have been much better for you, but now you'll be sealed for all eternity. I don't know why they feared you if you're a simple ant. The great Sacred Ozaru was sealed in the most resistant body of all the universes. So the seal had traveled all the 12 universes until finding the body of Son Goku, who was the low-class warrior, but with the talent to even surpass all the kings of the whole. And flashback. Did Zeno-sama really betray you? If he seems like an excellent person and he's my best friend, I can't take in what you're telling me.
Believe it or not, that's what really happened. And even the priest, realizing your power, wanted to finish you off. Tell me, why didn't Zeno-sama pregame you?
I absolutely don't understand anything. I'm sure Zeno-sama wouldn't do something like that to me.
Let's do something. I'll send a part of you to the Kingdom of the Whole, and if they really don't try to attack you, ye will do absolutely nothing. Do you agree?
Okay, I'll prove you completely wrong. The Sacred Ozaru, with his great power, was able to send a small real essence of Goku to the kingdom of the great Zeno-sama. So Goku would arrive, but when he was received, he realized that Daishinkan and Zeno-sama were chatting, but his pressure would make him fall to the ground. But what's going on, Zeno-sama? I thought we were friends. Why are you doing this? You are my best friend, but I can't allow you to be much more powerful than me, so it's better that you die. The great Zeno-sama would try to annihilate Goku, but the essence was able to return. Entering his original body, Goku's gaze would change drastically. I don't want to involve anyone else in this total destruction, but we will finish with that bastard who calls himself Zeno-sama. I won't forgive him.
Okay, but we must both form a great connection between my bearer and I, who am the great Sacred Ozaru.
Of course we will. You have my full permission. But all over the place, the atmosphere changed quickly, turning a purple color, similar to the energy of the destruction of the gods, but the energy was much more aggressive, since the presence that was perceived was even of another level.
Damn it. Right now the Queen of Destruction's coming. It's not the best time.
Holy Ozaru, long time no see. Do you want to fight with me a little? Since I've been really bored. The Sacred Ozaru was not able to say anything, as several runes would appear all over the face of the Queen of Destruction, while in the palm of her hand she carried an incredible power.
Sacred Protection!
The incredible energy barrier would be placed in front of both of them, but the power of the Queen of Destruction was unreal, so the barrier was able to barely withstand it.
Long time no see, Queen of Destruction. Of course I'll love to fight with you, but now I have to merge with my carrier completely.
So the seal I give you if it served you, but why would you merge with it? It's much easier and more fun if you end his pathetic life. Goku was unable to move even a little bit due to the incredible power the Queen of Destruction was releasing. That's right, the power she was able to transmit through the air was amazing, so much so that it even left the warrior like Son Goku without movement. What is this pressure? Even though it doesn't hurt me, I'm not able to move a single one of my fingers. But it is unbelievable that you're able to stand in front of me, the Queen of Destruction.
So you really want to give fun to me one more month, please? Since Gen's the time I see plan to master all my sacred power.
Okay, I feel like finishing off all the gods, angels, and kings all together. What fun that will be. The Queen of Destruction would leave the place, but Goku with a very serious look would stand in front of the Ozaru. I hope you remember that I asked you that we'll only finish with the beings of the Kingdom of Everything. We'll not finish with innocent beings.
Yes, I know, don't worry. But in order to be able to put our authority over her, we'll have to have much higher power than hers.
Goku and the Sacred Ozaru began to unite, becoming one being. Meanwhile, on the planet of Beerus, both deities were equally very thoughtful.
Whis, what do you think Son Goku is really the villain of this story?
I'm thinking exactly the same of you, Mr. Beerus. My father and the king at all are not telling us something of the utmost importance.
In this case, we'll have to take a look for the necessary answers.
Both deities would quickly leave in search of answers, since at this time, the Super Dragon Balls had been enabled again. So both deities would gather the 7 spheres, summoning the Super Dragon God Zalma.
You who have gathered the 7 Dragon Balls, tell me, what is your wish?
I want you to give us all the permission about the Sacred Ozaru and what happened in the past. Zalma's eyes shone, so at the moment all the knowledge had been sent to both deities through mental power. The Dragon Zalma would rise to the top of the Universe 7 until disappearing, so the Super Dragon Balls would spread again. Lord Beerus, my father and the king of all, does not want there to be beings more powerful than him. That's why they decided to betray the Sacred Ozaru.
In that case, Whis, despite not having enough power, I don't plan to let Goku fight alone in this great battle.
Both deities, likewise, would quickly return to the planet Earth, informing everything to the warriors, but Vegeta would step forward.
I'll go along with them to where Kakarot is, Gohan. You stay on this planet so that you're in charge of protecting it. I trust in you.
Of course, Mr. Vegeta. I'll protect her even with my life. The 3 warriors left the planet of Beerus, all starting to train, because Whis tried to locate Goku for the 12 universes, but it was in vain. Meanwhile, with the Queen of Destruction, 2 weeks had passed since that event, so I would come again with the Sacred Ozaru. But this time, I was a little surprised to observe an imposing warrior with golden fur all over his body, while he destroyed hundreds of planets as if they were simple rocks. Those planets are the so-called sacred planets, planets that have the hardness to withstand the combat of 2 immortal sacred beings. But if you've returned the Queen of Destruction, not only 2 more weeks will we be able to leave this whole place. Now that I'm able to realize that you have much more power, I want to have a fight with you. I want to test the limit of your power. Okay, just don't go regretting what you've asked, because I'm not going to hold back. Goku would expel a large part of his new power, with which he would cause hundreds of damages all over the place. Even a golden great light would rise to the top of the whole place, while the Queen of Destruction would form a red aura. I hope you're prepared, as only the Holy Ozaru is able to make me use all my power. Don't forget that although I only look like a Sacred Ozaru, there were a total of 12 Sacred Ozarus in my body. When Goku finished affirming this, he would grant him a powerful blow on the stomach of the Queen, which, despite being with her guardian aloft, it was impossible for her to dodge such an attack. How were you able to hit me with that incredible power? The Queen would recover from that blow, and at great speed would throw herself against Goku, who would begin to clash their fists all over the place. So much was the power of both that the same dimension began to crack. Goku, realizing this, would begin to neutralize each of the blows, which would anger the Goddess of Destruction. Damn it! Are you really that much more powerful than the Holy Ozaru in his prime? This is impossible! It's not impossible, since I, being the bearer of the Sacred Ozaru, have the necessary stamina to withstand all its power. Infernal Whirlwind! Atomic Destruction! An incredible purple whirlwind would form on top of the Queen, so she would throw it to Goku without thinking twice. But was surprised to realize through the fire Goku would show himself without a scratch. You'll be a very powerful ally, but to defeat me you'll have to train much harder, since this is not all my power yet. Goku would clench one of his fists, and at a great speed he would grant her a great blow, which would send her flying, making her fall out of combat. What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.